Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Louder, louder, everyone please. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gaur Hari Bom. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gaurango 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 Gaura Hare Nitai Gaurango Gaura Hare Gaura 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 Hare Harima 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 Nitai Gaura Harima 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 Nitai Gaura Harima 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Nitai Gaura Harima 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 Nitai Gaura Harima 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 परिणाम संकीर्तन की श्रील प्रभुपाद की HTM करायला जा HTM is there okay ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namne. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvise Shunyadi Paschati Deshatarane. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shusadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girim Yatkripatam Hamanda Shigaron Nataranam Paramananda Madhav Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everybody. Hare Bol. Thank you so much for coming, and sorry for the late program. So I want to introduce Prabhuji. So Prabhuji is His Grace Yugal Kishore Das is a globally renowned speaker, yogi, guide, an author, social activist, lifestyle mentor, and a practicing monk based out of Farmington Hills, Michigan, USA. He travels across the US to deliver many inspirational and valuable life lessons based on his decades of sadhana and deep rooted wisdom. He has also traveled widely to East Africa, Middle East, and Europe by conducting many seminars on personality development and providing guidance to students, professionals, and corporate leaders. He has given his valuable talks in many prestigious universities like Carnegie Mellon, University of Pittsburgh, University of Cincinnati, and Wayne State University, etc., along with MNCs like Procter & Gamble, Ford Motors, etc. His goal is to build strong communities and equip them with the tools to address the problem of the modern world and work culture. His new book set, released The Art and Science of Self-Mastery, is a set of 3 books: Time Management, Stress Management, and Anger Management. Through these books, he presented his valuable insights with powerful stories, lifetime lessons, illustrations to reflect, remember, and help the readers to experience a sincere journey towards inner fulfillment based on the foundation of the Vedic wisdom. These books offer a pragmatic approach to enhance both the professional and personal aspects of our lives. They are like handy manuals that would allow the readers to introspect themselves and lead purposeful, meaningful, and more joyful lives. Hare Krishna.
Let's welcome Yugal Kishore Prabhu with 3 big Hari Bols.
Telugu or English? Okay. Srinivasarya Prabhu and Radhika Krupa Mataji gave me lunch. So my stomach is full because of their grace. Whatever they tell me to do, I have to English or Telugu, I can speak Telugu, I can speak English, I have no problem. If you want, we can take a vote also. English will lose. Hey, I am not showing these things actually. For sure, I am not showing. Though my HDMI is connected, I am not showing these things. No, you have to choose HDMI 3, 2 or 3. You have to go to HDMI. No. HDMI 1. No, you have to choose. You have no HDMI. Prabhuji, HDMI will have 3. They have 3. Every TV has 3 channels. So probably this is HDMI 3. Actually, it's HDMI 3. HDMI 1. So, thank you very much. Very honored and grateful to all of you. I don't know the names actually. Who is the host here? And well, I'm very grateful to Harivallabi Mataji and Tulsi Sharan Prabhu. And your home also?
But they're all very close.
Brajendra Sutta Prabhu and your wife is here? Grateful to Brajendra Sutta Prabhu and Prem Radhika Mataji.
And another community leader is Anil Prabhuji is there. Anil Prabhuji and his family.
Grateful to Anil Prabhu and Sweta Mataji.
They are the community leaders.
But grateful to Srinivasacharya Prabhu and Radhika Mataji for having given me prasad. Because of which I have strength to speak. So today, trust me, if you take only 2 points, it will change your life actually. You have no idea what you are going to listen to. I know that. One day, any Punjabi here? No Punjabi, right? No Punjabi, okay. So you are a Punjabi? Okay. So I actually know please, for some of you, how many of you, this is the first program, Hare Krishna type program? Okay, thank you. Please listen attentively, only 1 or 1.5 hours, not more than that. And it'll, I hope and pray, it'll bring positivity in your life, it'll bring auspiciousness in your life. One day, it's a real story. I'm going to tell a few real stories, and with an idea to bring auspiciousness in your life. I want also devotees to listen, please. You know, this story happened in Punjab. One day, one lady, there is a Kathakar, Bhagavatam speaker. In Punjab, he was doing Harikatha. He was speaking Harikatha. So he was a very famous speaker. Naturally, there were literally hundreds and hundreds of people. So he was doing like so many programs in the same city. After 5-6 programs, he understood one thing. This one lady is coming and sitting in the front. Then he understood maybe this lady is very interested in Harikatha. So he did like so many programs in the city. Every program she attended without fail. Great. Then what happened? The programs in the city were over. This person actually traveled further, probably 400 kilometers away. He went to another city. He was doing the program. There, in the front row, he saw her again. Ooh. You can understand if that lady is attending local programs, some people are very interested, especially if you have bhakti. Lord Chaitanya told Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Kaliyuga, out of Navavidha bhakti, which bhakti is very important? Shravanam and Kirtanam, Lord Chaitanya told. So the lady is very interested, he understood when he was doing in the same city. But he traveled another 400 kilometers. And he was doing the program, doing Harikatha, speaking, talking about Krishna from Bhagavatam. And he happened to see this lady again. So he told one of his followers, I've seen her also yesterday in another city. I want to, what has triggered interest in her to come, travel 400 kilometers and attend the Harikatha in another city? I want to talk to her. So they went and told her, this Swamiji wants to talk to you. The lecture was over, she came. Now our story starts. So I appreciate your sincerity and your interest in listening Harikatha. Is there any reason why you have traveled all the way to come to this city to listen? She said, yes. Ready? She said, you have time, I can tell my story, she said. He said, yes. Yes, I want to hear, he said. She said, actually, I'm an activist. I'm a philanthropist. I'm a social activist. I love helping others. And I have helped so many people in Punjab. One day I slept. And what happened? Suddenly I woke up and 4 people came. They grabbed me by hand. And I said, who are you? But they didn't listen to me. They started grabbing me, started taking me. I became very scared, started yelling. Nobody was responding to my cries. And they were taking me through different areas. Finally, we entered into a very hot zone. And it was very hot. My feet were burning. And they didn't stop. And the heat was so unbearable. Almost I fainted. Then they were taking me further and further. Then I saw there are so many people suffering. So many people were suffering. Then I understood, this is hell. And finally, she said so many things which I'm not telling. They were going through so much of suffering around. And they finally presented before the god of death, Yamaraj. Then she understood this is, I think, the planet of death, Yamaraj, Yamaloka. And Yamaraj told Chitragupta, what is the, why is she here? What wrong thing she has done in her life? Chitragupta retrieved the records and presented it to Yamaraj. My lord, she has done a lot of sins and that's why she is here. And so Chitragupta, Yamaraj started reading it. This. Real story actually. And finally he came to one place. She attended a Harikatha in her life for an hour. Yamaraj turned to Chitragupta and said, if she has attended Harikatha, why is she here? She should not be here. Even though she has done all these sinful activities, why is she here if she has attended Harikatha? Yamaraj became angry with Chitragupta. Chitragupta said, my lord, I'm sorry. Give the record back. He took it back. And he told this, I'm sorry, there is a mistake. Her name is Snatam Kaur. What is her name? Punjabi name. And he told Yamaraj, there is a mistake. Actually, in this city, maybe Patiala or Jalandhar, I don't know. There are two Snatam Kaurs. Home A1, Snatam Kaur 1, A2 door number, Snatam Kaur 2 is there. These guys, our Yamadutas, instead of bringing Snatam Kaur 2, they brought Snatam Kaur 1. I'm sorry. Then Yamaraj said, no, that's a mistake. Then send her back. That time this lady said, hold on. She understood she's going back. I have a question for you. What? I have done so many philanthropic activities. I gave so much money. I helped I gave medicines. We performed medical operations, free food. I did so much of social activity. Not even one activity nullified and cancelled all my sinful activities. And still I am here. Yamaraj said, the nature of punya is you have to enjoy. Either you will enjoy on the planet Earth or you will go to heavenly planets. Kshina punyam martilokam vishanti. It is given in my Bhagavad Gita. So, whatever amount of punya will not cancel papam. Punyam papani cancel cheyadu. So, for the punya you do, you'll have a very high life, like life in America, life in other rich, if you because of the good punya you have a lot of money, healthy relationships, stress-free life, beauty. For the sins you do, some suffering will come. Yamaraj said no. Punya will not cancel pap. For punya you do, you have to enjoy. For pap you do, you suffer. So after, you have done both, you will suffer here for quite a good amount of time. Then you will go to heavens to enjoy, or you will go to earth to enjoy. And Yamaraj told, take them back, take her back. Yamaraj told, in your good fortune, your only thing that will cancel papa, sin, is Harikatha. By your good fortune, unknowingly you attended 1 hour of your life. You attended Krishna Katha. That is akarma. Indians don't know. Telugu people don't know. I'm also Telugu, that's why I know. We don't know that. Unless you read Gita, you don't know. Punyam will not cancel papam. Punyam papani cancel cheyaledu. Okkate ఒకటి చేస్తుంది, అకర్మ చేస్తుంది. Akarma means bhakti. Bhakti means listening about Krishna. Krishna and Vishnu same, of course. Rama same. She said, thank you very much. She opened her eyes. When she opened her eyes, she couldn't understand anything. Then she turned back. They were all crying. And she was filled with garlands. Then she understood. It's so many hours since she died. She died actually. So, then the family was started crying in happiness. She came back alive. Otherwise, in 1 2 hours, she would have been cremated. So that is not dream. That is real. And she got the dream as real. 20 minutes later, next door, they heard the cries. Snatam Kaur 2 died. So what they did, they brought Snatam Kaur 1, left her, and they picked Snatam Kaur 2. She told that Guru, that is my story. How much ever, usually I invested a lot on my wife, on my husband and children and social service. End of the day, nothing helped me. Unknowingly attended that 1 hour Harikatha, that saved me from hellish regions. I wanted the whole world to know. I really am very thankful to Tulsi Sharan Prabhu and Rajendra Sutta Prabhu for having, and that Prabhu's name, what is that? Anil Prabhu for having invited all of you just to create that 1 hour of akarma, bhakti in your life so that you don't need to see Yamaraj. How many of you are grateful to them? I always tell, yes, there are so many temples. Why ISKCON temple is different? ISKCON temple doesn't advocate for punya or punya. No temple speaks for pap in here. We try to give bhakti. Srila Prabhupada, one day one reporter asked, Swamiji, you said you're a monk from India, but I saw you're always traveling in flights. Why do you adopt such a rich life? Prabhupada said, he gave 2 different answers 2 different times. One time he said, this is Kali Yuga, so many Yamadutas are recruited because the number is very high there. So I have to travel in flights to stop those people. People are going very fast to hellish regions. I have to run to stop them. Today Japan, today Tokyo, tomorrow Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, the next day Delhi, the next day Abu Dhabi, and the next day. Likewise, I'm traveling only to stop people from going to hellish regions. How many of you liked the story? I told a Punjabi story, but Punjabi came later actually. Actually, when I heard first time, I was shaken up, moved. So this is Thomas Huxley. He says this, you cannot explain everything in this world with F is equal to ma. Force is equal to mass and acceleration cannot explain everything. There is one more thing, consciousness. E is equal to mc square and F is equal to ma cannot explain everything to you. There is one more thing. What is that? Consciousness. Science cannot explain. Hey, gulab jamun is sweet. How sweet? Very sweet. How sweet? Very, very sweet. How sweet? 3.5 happiness or 4.8 happiness scale? Science cannot speak. So much pain. How much pain? 3, 2.2, 3.3. So much painful. Very pain. So much. How much? Science doesn't speak. We have a surgeon in Michigan. I am from Michigan actually. Every day he asks this question. Rate your pain 0 to 10. 10 the worst, 0 the least. 1 the least. So science doesn't speak all these things. So you cannot explain everything with the force is equal to mass and acceleration. So the first lesson of Gita, which we try very difficult for us to understand and apply in our lives, is actually, hey, you're not the body but a spirit soul within. What is that? We are not the body but a spirit soul. Snatam Kaur body is here. Snatam Kaur body is here. She is thinking it's a dream. It's not a dream. She went to other areas. Ladies and gentlemen, we are all in the airport for 80 years, 70, 80. For somebody it is only 30 years. From this airport, some people will go to Ethiopia. Some people will go to, again back to America, domestic flight. Some people will go to heavenly planets. Some people will go to hellish regions. But those fortunate souls who have utilized human life, they will go back to Godhead. That's what I understood. 28, 25, 26 years ago, I was not so serious. But as the years roll on, I understood the importance of what I have been doing personally for myself and trying to do to others for my betterment and for their betterment. Should I continue? Similar, Adi Ayur Hardi Vaipamsam Udayan Astam Chayanaso Tasyardi Yatikshano Nita Uttama Shloka Vartayat. Prati Suryodayam, Prati Surya Astamam, Mano Akar Rojki, Okaroj Dagira Utano. మీరు ఒప్పుకున్న ఒప్పుకోలేకపోయినా అవునా కదా ప్రతి సూర్యోదయం సూర్యాస్తమం మనం లాస్ట్ డేకి ఒక రోజు దగ్గర అవుతున్నాం కానీ ఎవరైతే తన జీవితాన్ని ఉత్తమ శ్లోక వార్తయత కృష్ణుణ్ణి లేదా రాముని లేదంటే విష్ణుని నారాయణ ఎవరైతే తన్ని కీర్తించడానికి వాడతారో జీవితాన్ని కాలాన్ని వాళ్ళు వైకుంఠానికి వెళ్ళడానికి కృష్ణలోకానికి వెళ్ళడానికి ఒకరోజు దగ్గర అవుతున్నారు ఉంటుంది వాళ్ళ మీద కాలం తలక ప్రభావం ఉండదు సో దోస్ పీపుల్ హ్యావ్ డెడికేటెడ్ దర్ లైవ్స్ టు ద ప్రాపగేషన్ ఆఫ్ టు ద గ్లోరిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ కృష్ణ నామరూప గుణ లీల దే ఆర్ వన్ డే క్లోజర్ టు ఎటర్నిటీ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ దిస్ ఇస్ ఫ్రమ్ భాగవతం ఇన్ మై లైఫ్ ఆల్సో I did this to the devotees so many times. That is a session. I have to tell this story. Similar story happened in my life also. I was part of it. Should I tell the story? It happened very interestingly. I was part of that. Same story that has happened to Snatam Kaur happened to not to me, but I was involved. How many of you are ready to hear? My visa had a visa problem and I had to go back to India 2008. And I was living in Mumbai temple. I was doing full time as a monk. One day I got a phone call from my Mataji. Said, can you come and do a program in our home, Hyderabad? I said, yes, I'll come. She said, I booked my tickets, train tickets. And she said, I called her. Amma, I'm sitting in the train right now, Hyderabad. So overnight journey, tomorrow evening I'll reach Hyderabad. She said already 150 relatives came from distant villages. Another 100 local people are going to come, 250, 300 people total. So once your program is over, my flight is there on Sunday night. I'm going back to America. She's from America. I told her, send somebody to pick me up from the train station. I'm already sitting in this train, 1 o'clock afternoon, Friday. So she didn't know, I didn't know, this program would not happen. I was sitting in the train, it's an overnight journey from from Mumbai to Hyderabad. Saturday morning, I was still in the train. This Mataji had a cousin and her husband, Hyderabad, working with the engineer in BHEL. He got up in the morning. It must be like early 40s, maybe 44, 45. 2 children. He was still on the bed and he called his wife and told, I am very, very sorry. In our 20 years of family life, I gave you a lot of trouble. Please forgive me. This lady became so happy. First time husband is asking forgiveness. Amazing. Maafi mang rahe, So I'm very sorry. She became joyful. She said, don't worry, between wife and husband these things are common. That's okay. She said, why are you sleeping still? Because he's also an early riser. And he said, I'm feeling a little feverish. I want to take some more rest. Oh, she was so happy. She started doing her household work. And ladies are busy, right? Then, half an hour later, he called her. He called her, and now the story starts. And he called her and said, there is a person standing next to me, next to bed. He's telling he'll take me with him. She looked. There is nobody there. But husband is like a very powerful man, He's not an ordinary person, a performer, So, she said, nobody is there. Husband said, you cannot see what I can see. Real story, trust me. Because she was so happy, husband offered apologies. She didn't care that much. She went and said, I'm just repeating as it is. She brought a Baba picture. Today Hinduism is 50% Sai Babaism. And she put little vibhuti on his forehead. And she said, don't worry, everything is all right. You put this picture and you hold it and put this vibhuti, everything will be all right. And she went inside and started working. Half an hour later, he called her. This person is telling whichever picture you hold, whichever vibhuti you put, I'm going to take me with you. Then she understood there is something serious because she never saw that type of feelings on husband's face. Always a performer. Then what she did, then she started calling everyone. I don't know why he's talking like that. First time I saw my husband is only fever, little fever, mild fever. It all started like that. By 9:30, 10 o'clock, it became a serious fever. He started developing breathing problems. And then all the relatives, they were very rich, he was admitted to Apollo Hospital. All the people who came to attend my program went to see him in Apollo Hospital. So not knowing this, I landed at 3 o'clock. Somebody came and picked me up. I went home. And this Mataji Prabhuji, my cousin's husband is very serious. I'm sorry, if only I knew I would not have called you from Mumbai. I'm sorry. Sir, I said, don't worry. That's okay, I can go back. And program cancelled. I was sitting like this. 1 hour over. Around 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Suddenly, Amma, do you have neck beads? I asked. Her father came. This Mataji's father. Means that Prabhu is son-in-law for him. Brother's son-in-law is like son-in-law, right? He told me he has only one line to anybody who would go and visit him. This guy is telling he's taking me with him. Save me, save me, save me. No one can see him except him. Then he told me like that. I ignored. Program cancelled. My train was next day to go back to Mumbai. Around 6 o'clock in the 6:30. Amma, you have neck beads? She said, yes. Oh, take this out and you go and put this neck beads around his neck. She said, oh yeah, I'll do it. Because we cannot go to temple and buy the neck beads, that much time is not there. She said, yes. And then I told her, even doctors want to perform operation, they should not remove these neck beads. She said, oh, tell them. She agreed. So she reached the hospital and she put the neck beads around his neck. And she told the doctors, even if you perform the operation, don't remove this, one monk said. They agreed. After she put the neck beads, half an hour later, he went into coma. Because he was telling everybody, nobody was believing, this was personally drawn by him. That is the punchline. How that person was looking, and next day early morning 5 o'clock he left the world. It is 16 years since that person left the world. But the only person he saw who was taking him with him was that patient, that Prabhu who passed away from this world. How many years ago? 16 years ago. This lady was so shaken up with that event, she brought that picture, she scanned it, and those days Yahoo Mail was very prominent, Gmail was not there. She emailed it to everyone. Hey, in the name of weekend comes, that party, this party, that party, this party, we don't even care what is going to happen in our lives. This is what has happened to my sister's husband, and she is no longer there. And who wants to end up in hellish regions? I don't want anyone. She became so serious. Trust me, she got initiated into our tradition. She has been chanting 16 months probably for 16 years now. And she became so serious. And all her friends became so serious. They're doing their business. I mean, they have their jobs and businesses. They have also this much big homes in America. But what is the difference? The difference is as the descendants of Vedic culture, descendants of Bhakti, she and her husband, she and her neighbors, she and her relatives, they all became serious and they started practicing Bhakti very seriously since that day. I told her, his wife, your husband, whoever left the planet already, can never repay what your wife has done to him. I mean, of course, I really do not know whether it worked or not, no doubt. But this neck beads were placed in around his neck before he went into the coma for sure. So, this was, I mean, those of you Telugu can read the top, right? Who's that person waiting to take him? Yamaduta. So, my point to all of you, we think life means for everybody. Actually, when the TV was on, and that's what India is all about. I don't have anything to say for anybody. What is India today? What is the number one country that produces movies, maximum number of new movies? Hollywood. What is the number 2 country that produces maximum number of movies? Bollywood. What is the number 3 country that produces maximum number of movies? India only, Tollywood. Telugu people or South Indians, even if there is no square meal, no problem. But they want to have one morning show, matinee and first show. And if you ask me, it's not a deviation, but I will tell you the only problem with this. How many of you want to hear? I became a monk probably more than 22 years now. I came to America to work, but I didn't work for a long time in America. Past 22 years I am doing full time. Before joining full time as a monk, I realized these movies are actually triggering lust in me and I should not watch. Actually, I stopped watching movies, literally. So in my India journey, the worst thing, you know what it is? My journey from India to America to India, 18 hours. So I'll be like this. Alright, if you don't turn on your TV, you have to see everyone's movie. Hey, they are telling, you dance like this, you be like this, you give the flower like this. Trust me, like that hero and heroine, all your husbands do to you once in a year. You'll be so happy actually. You kneel down and say, you are my reason of my life. Because of you, my life is going on very well. A husband has watched 1,000 movies. Take one movie as an example, kneel down and offer it to the wife. My life is for you. You are taking good care of children, everyone. And, he doesn't need to sing the songs. But he offers that flower or he say like this, next 7 weeks, 7 days, lunch is free. Or same thing, you see some Ramayana, Mother Sita tells Ram, Sita Ramudi Katnum, Sita Ramudu Daivam, So Sita is, the Katnam for Rama, and, for Sita, Rama is the God. So if Mataji says, my husband is my God, and starts doing Arti, husband will be all tears only. He cannot believe it. So it is not for enjoyment. Why I am telling this? This many years later also, people come and offer me obeisances, but my mind says, Yugal Kishore Das, you are not pure. You still remember, Mere Sapnam ki Rani kab aayega to, abhi bhi yaad hai aapko. And that hero heroine both died. That contamination is still there in your mind. Wow. Mere Sapnam ki Rani kab aayegi to, hero died. I don't know if heroine died or not. Died, right? But the contamination is still there. We all unknowingly, unintentionally, we see these movies. The contamination goes into our mind. There is no doctor in the world who can take this impurity from the mind. I have been chanting every day, so many hours. Still the contamination is not gone. Krishna is telling, I want to really test you, Yugal Kishore Das. Are you really, really sincere? Wow, very innocently, in my childhood, I watched all the movies. After this many years, what are the stories I am telling? What guarantee is not there that it won't happen to me? But the movie's contamination is still there. Then why I don't find fault with any one of you. For third world countries, that is the biggest entertainment. Movie is the biggest entertainment. But earlier, people would give value to the action, NTR, ENR, or what is that, for Kannada Rajkumar, or MGR, or Amitabh Bachchan. Nowadays, nobody goes to movie for action. They want to see the effects. But it means that they don't see the effects here. There is so much of effect happening. Our earth is bent 23.5 degrees. That's why seasons are happening. It is running 108,000 kilometers per hour. You are not holding like this. We all climbed city buses in India. When city bus is going 50-60 kilometers a year. Don't talk, bus is going. It is not going 80 kilometers per hour. It is going 108,000 kilometers per hour. We don't think it is moving, except for the season, sunset, sunrise. What a technology, huh? Trillion times better than Spielberg's technology, Steven Spielberg's. Anyway, should I continue? You're not hungry, right? I'm going to tell a story, real story from Bhagavatam. Story from Bhagavatam. I want a thread, just a thread. Who is the host? Simple thread I want. Okay, this is Ajamel. Okay, this you can take one thread like this. This is Ajamel. Ajamel was a Brahmana. When the movies are contaminating your mind, ladies and gentlemen, only 1% of the week. I'm not telling you to give up anything. Only 1% of the week. 99% you do whatever you want to do. 24 into 7 is 168 hours. Do whatever you want to do, 167 hours. But come and listen 1 hour a week. Prasadam is free. What is free? You don't need to cook. Bring your husband also. But this 1 hour will come with you. This is only 1% of the week. Your investment will come with you. 50 years ago, whomever you are living with today, 50 years ago they were not there. 50 years later they won't be there. How many of you agree? But this 1% of investment of Krishna Katha that Snatam Kaur did, you do on weekly basis, only 1 hour. It will save you, your family members. That is my request. Hey, this is not Christianity, huh? Pure bhakti of Hinduism. But we are not telling you to do anything extra. Stay where you are. Sthane sthita shrutikata tanvan manobir. but add Krishna to your life. That's it. So, this Ajamil was actually a Brahmana. He was a nice devotee of Krishna, married, and he had a couple of kids. He was taking good care of the mother. One day he went to a garden to bring flowers, probably flowers to Krishna. There he happened to see a prostitute embracing a lady, embracing a man, and enjoying sexual life in public. Because he was leading a life of discipline, when he saw something like that, he was bewildered. His mind was baffled. Devotees know this story very well, but still they can listen because the lessons are amazing. So what happened? He went home. He should have told his wife. I was telling, next week is actually Hanuman, Ram Navami is coming actually. Who is the best jewelry wife can have? Husband. Who is the best friend husband can have? Wife. You don't need to look for friends outside. So speak everything. If he had told his wife, I went outside, I was thinking, I happened to see this nonsense. My mind was puzzled, baffled. And never underestimate the power of seeing. If you don't mind, I'll tell one real thing that happened. Not another story, but the power of seeing. Should I tell? Okay, Gandhiji was actually leading freedom fighting movement against British. But you all should know, Gandhiji had a special role in the world history. He led a non-violent revolution. There is no violence. It's a movement of, it's a freedom fighting non-violent way. Means police can come and beat, but Satyagrahi will not resist. And that is how Gandhi trained all the Indians. And you know what he did? He would do the spinning of the wheel, he would make cotton, and he made strict rules. So strict rules, I don't want to tell you, but if you want, I will tell. How many of you want to tell what strict rules Gandhi imposed? You should not lie. You meet your wife only for children. The Gandhi rule. So British saw this. We are beating them left and right. Nobody resists. And they are listening to one gentleman. So we have to somehow destabilize this movement. Means Gandhi Gandhi as a team. He is running the show. So who are his left hand and right hands? Britishers studied that. They studied and somehow they wanted to remove these two guys. Mr. Desai is one left hand and they're all Gujaratis. He started in Sabarmati. And what he did, so Britishers somehow hired a lady and he told her, if you can somehow tempt this gentleman and make a connection with you, he's already married in mid-30s, somehow you have to take him out of Satyagraha movement. Likewise, Britishers wanted to bring everyone out. Then Gandhi will become alone. Gandhi would travel all over the world, but you need a machinery, right? This lady became a secretary for Mr. Desai. So, okay, fine. Then one day, this lady, what she did, actually it's a brahmachari story. Then she started tempting him actually. Regularly exposing. It is accident, but Desai knew it is not accident. That lady also knew it is not accident. And one day what happened? She tempted him so much. Miss Desai walked out. For one moment he observed, then he walked out. So many years later, because they were holding, Gandhi told his wife, Kasturibai, he had 4 kids by this time. Kasturibai told, I have to bring freedom to India. I want to accept celibacy. Kasturibai said, I fully support you. What a country, huh? At the age of 32, Gandhi adopted celibacy. And Kasturiba also adopted celibacy. But they had 4 children. Gandhi was married when he was 11 or 12. Kasturiba was 8. But now, the 20 years of marriage, only one country, I'm honest with you. You don't see any other country in the world. You don't hear the same thing for Nelson Mandela, or you don't hear for anybody else. But only for India, Gandhi actually. Gandhi said we had a family life of 20 years. But I want inner strength because I want to drive away British. I am not talking about bhakti, I am talking about freedom fighting. Kasturiba said, fully supporting you. But Mr. Des, so what they did, whenever you want children, they will meet, if not, no. Gandhi wrote a book, My Experiments with Truth. This is mentioned in that book. I read it in my childhood. I was shocked. Amazing. Mr. Desai, after so many years, one day he went to his wife in the night. Wife said, what happened? Why you have lost control? Husband told, this is what has happened. Wife said, terminate her tomorrow. Do you want to cheat Gandhi? Mr. Desai said, no, I don't want. You terminate her tomorrow. See, that is the power of seeing. Why I am telling this is, in the Kali Yuga, everyone is Ajamil. Because you open the Facebook, this thing is there. You open Instagram, this thing is there. You go to movies, this thing is there. They are ruining your purity. Ladies and gentlemen, you know why I am speaking like this? I know I will not come here again. It's 4 years later I am coming. I don't know when I will come. But I know one moon will come out of this, out of 10 million stars. I don't want 10 stars. I am also aging out. Truth is truth. She told her husband, no, you cannot cheat Gandhi. We cannot cheat Gandhi. Mr. Desai said, yes. That is how India got the independence. So what happened? Dhyayat vishayan pumsah sangasteshu pajayate. Ladies and gentlemen, I told this on Friday Bhakti Ruksha 2 days ago. For those of you, first time I'm showing this. Every day you get a few thousand thoughts. Every thought is a thread. Good thought or bad thought. Whether it is buying a Tesla, whether it is buying a necklace, whether it is buying a home, whether it is buying anything. Or sending your son to some university. Good thought or bad thought. It all starts with a thread-like thought which you can snap it like this. You can kill it. But what you do? You go through the stages. 3 gears. Thinking, feeling and willing. Do you know, as spirit souls, we are the purest. But because of the environment, we are getting contaminated. So every day you get few thoughts, 1,000 thoughts, good or bad. But you think of it. So I'll give because so many ladies are there. I always give the same example for decades. You remember? You go to party. One day I went to gentleman Telugu. Prabhuji, please come. He attentively listened. I said, come to our program. You know what they said? We have 50 families, one birthday every week, 52 weeks, we have birthdays only. This week, birthday cancelled, that's why we came to your program. I am sorry, next week onwards, the birthday partying is resuming, so I cannot come. I appreciate his honesty. That's why today I told 2 stories. Please attend birthdays, but come the next day. Because we don't want after that. Birthday of 52 weeks means 1 hour, 52 hours. You attended birthdays for 30 years. 52 hours into 30 years is 1500. Let us say 1500 years. 1500 hours of happiness. There the suffering in the early stages is 15,000 years. What is 1500 hours against 15,000 years? How many of you want it? I can say some of you are very mature. 1500 hours against 15,000 years. You want which one? 1500 hours. Raise your hand. Happiness. 15,000 years of suffering. So, but what I'm telling, you get 1500 hours of happiness, attend the parties, but come for 1 hour. If you fully purify yourself, you'll go back to Godhead. There you do the partying for the eternity. You don't need to come back. Some of our devotees, is a company, is a manager, they're all managers. They also have parties, but responsible parties. So, this lady goes to party and this Mataji comes and wears a jewelry. All the ladies, how much, very nice, acha lag raha hai, oh great. It's not so costly, how much? Whatever lacks this one, oh that's it. And your heart is burning with envy. Why they are not around me? Why they are around her? Neighbors envy, owner's pride. Onida.tv. You saw that advertisement? So, then you go home and you'll tell your husband, I want that jewelry. Husband is in good mood. Oh yeah. That's it. This threadlight thought of buying the jewelry because husband said yes. Now you're encouraging. You're cooking. The weekend is coming. Friday we'll go to, what is that? Tell one name in India, I don't know. CMR jewelry. We go to restaurant, we'll eat, then we'll buy the jewelry. Next day I'll also wear the necklace, which is 10 times better than her necklace. All the ladies, instead of going around her, they'll come around me. How is it this way? No, it is not so costly. Neighbors envy, her heart has to boil. So as you're feeling it has 3 gears, thinking, feeling. As you're feeling it, this thread-like thought will become a nylon rope. You don't know that it has become a nylon rope. So you'll tell your husband, Sach mein, really you want me to buy the jewelry? Of course. This is Wednesday now. Oh, thank you. Means, because if Indians, you need to take confirmation 2 times. How many of you agree? Because sometimes husbands say, when did I say that? Arey, you said like that. No, that day I said, not today. Sometimes people change. So now Wednesday, now, every day Haribol. Friday comes. Now, this feeling, we have to buy it. It has become an iron rod. You cannot bend it. So you'll call husband afternoon. Did you take lunch? Husband says, in past 10 years, you have not called me even once, whether I took lunch or not. I took lunch, don't worry, I'm coming, we are buying. Wow. This has become an iron rod. And husband calls at 3 o'clock. He calls back. She said, oh, you're on the way? No. Why are you calling then? Production support problem came. This weekend also I cannot come. Hey, what about jewelry? Arey, what jewelry? If I don't work, I may lose the job also. But he doesn't know this has become an iron rod. So the other day I showed it nicely. You're always like this only. Because this has become an iron rod. I'll tell you what happens. In the mind, 1 thread, 2 thread, 3 threads, 4 threads. Same thing with love affairs. Love affairs are actually deeper than this. Because it goes for a very long time. Okay, we'll buy a home, we'll enjoy, we'll give birth to children. We, that person mine. That's why, this is actually not mine, Bhagavad Gita actually, directly from Bhagavad Gita. Dhyayata vishayan pumsah sangasteshu pajayate. If you are Rajagun, it will become anger. Manthara went and told, tomorrow Ram is going to be coronated. Immediately Kaika gave the jewelry. What a good news, huh? Ram is becoming a king. Ramayana says, before Manthara went to Kaika mind was like a fresh lake. Like, sometimes you see the rivers, You can see the ground. That much fresh the waters were. But Manthara entered into the lake of the mind of Kaika like a water buffalo. When buffalo enters into the lake, what happens? The water becomes muddy. Ruined Manthara. Be careful with your Sangha. Be careful with your friends. Most of the time it's friends. Be very careful with your friends. Mantra changed. Kaika changed. But what is Ram's behavior? Kaika was agitated and influenced Dasharatha. But Dasharatha told Ram, go to forest. Total U-turn change. But Ram said, no problem, I'll go. Sita said, Sita, you stay here and stay with my mother. I'll go for 12 years, I'll come back. Sita said, no, wherever you are, that is Ayodhya for me. I'm honest with you. Throughout my America stay, I had only one longing. America should learn the values of Ramayana. Last September, I go to New York regularly. I was invited. Actually, our temple was invited, let me put it that way, by New York mayor. So I went to attend that program, Diwali program, conducted by New York mayor. You can't believe what I heard. What I'm trying to tell you is, America is changing positively. We should also change. This New York mayor, Eric Adams, is not an Indian. He's actually Afro-American. He's not, believe me, he glorified in his lecture first Sita's purity, chastity, Ram's commitment. He spoke about Gandhi 3. If you think it's a politically motivated speech, New York Hindu population is less than 1%. New York has so many Jews. Indians are very less in New York. But somehow he read Ramayana. He thinks he's the first Hindu mayor of New York. Hare Krishna. Can you believe? And he was not a Tom, Dick and Harry. Eric Adams was the police chief of New York Police Department before becoming a mayor. But somehow Ramayana has influenced so much. First time Diwali festival did not have meat because Eric Adams is a vegan. Eric Adams is a vegan. There is no meat. All the Indians, hey, no meat. Yeah, Eric Adams is a vegan. Eric Adams is talking about the purity of Sita, purity, commitment of Ram. Wow. I thought America has a hope now. Ladies and gentlemen, they are changing and trying to learn our culture. Understand the glory of India's culture and apply it. So this has become, iron rod. I was telling this other day. What is the other day I was telling? As soon as you see the jewelry, Gita says soul is the one that is animating the body. Body is always dead. Soul is the one animating the body. Body is always dead. Once soul is gone, the life is not there. So I don't need to decorate my dead body with all this jewelry. Okay, if you have jewelry, there's nothing wrong. But you don't need to be envious of somebody. If you purify yourself, Sita did not wear any jewelry during Ramayana, but practically every one of your homes, Sita picture is there. Why? Her commitment to Ram. Of course, she's goddess of love, fortune, Lakshmi ji. So this has become same thing. You want to buy a Tesla, your next door neighbor. So you tell your wife, I want $50,000. Not Tesla, whatever. You want costly car? Lamborghini. Okay. So go and tell your dad or withdraw the money. You say yes. Husband, that yes, thinking in later it will become an island rope. Then feeling, willing, finally I have to do it. It will become an iron rod. Finally father-in-law doesn't give that money. Arre, this is enough for the quarrel. No. So this desire, it's called lust, triggers anger. Then we speak what we are not supposed to speak. and we do what we are not supposed to do. This is a process. Dhyayato Vishyan Pumsaha. We'll go forward. Anyway, this video is there. So that's why, these movies, they are promoting. Okay, it's not there actually. Okay, that's okay. It's not working. Okay, I have a question for all of you. You know who is this person? Who is the other person? I don't believe. I know this is Devanand. That person also? Sure? When senior Devanand acts, will you go and see the movie? Huh? Okay, this Devanand acts you will see. When that Devanand acts, will you go and see the movie? No. Nobody will go and see that Devanand. Why I am telling? Krishna is always like this. Krishna doesn't become old. Adyam Purana Purusham is the oldest person on the universe. And Krishna is always the youngest. Be attracted to Krishna, not Devananda. What is that? Jai Sri Krishna. All the time. Jai Sri Krishna only. So let us be attracted to not Devanand movies. Let us be attracted to Krishna's movies, because Krishna doesn't become old. Devanand movies, yeah. So what happened? I'll finish it fast in 10 minutes. Should I finish in 5-10 minutes? Hungry? Okay, please let us finish it. Should I continue? Interesting or not? Okay, so what happened? What he did, he should not have done. He lied down on the bed. He should have told his wife, he didn't tell. They're enjoying sex life, thinking, feeling, willing. Why not I enjoy with her? That is how it starts. Today there is no training for man or woman. Office also, same problem. I travel a lot. Recently, Telugu only. The girl, 15-year-old girl went to dad and said, Dad, mom is going to give you coffee. Don't drink it. She mixed something. In that I saw that. What the mistake dad did? He took the cell phone and he saw all the pictures. Then Mataji came and she saw that. My husband is seeing my phone. They're married for more than 20 years. This person was so distressed. I don't know, I'm sure you all are understanding what I'm talking about. So, I will not tell you further what happened. Thing is a discipline. Sita is the heroine of India. Ram is the hero of India. Krishna is telling, get married. Enjoy sense enjoyment, give birth to children. But stick to one marriage. I travel a lot, people come and say, yeah, Hare Krishna sir, you are the purest Hindus. Can you find a boy for our daughters? I said, look, I'm a monk, you're asking me this, you should not ask me. Sometimes, so the boys, can you find a girl, nice girl for our boys in your organization? You guys are the purest Hindus. So yeah, I know, definitely you can contact, we also have so many marriage boards. So thing is, please, take Sita as example, no matter what. How much Ravan tempted Sita? But Sita was not tempted. Trunamukanna Ravanude Heenamana. She put a blade of grass. She said, you're like this. Ravana, you're a dog. That's why I'm giving blade of grass. Eat it. She was never tempted. So anyway, what Ajamil did, he should have told his wife, but that is mind. He didn't tell her. This became too much. Thinking, feeling and willing. Finally the thought became an iron rod. I want to enjoy her. What he did? What he should not have done. He left his wife, left his kids, left the parents, left Krishna. Then he went. That is the power of sense enjoyment. Never underestimate. You are not the mind, you are not the senses. First lesson of Gita. But if you don't come to this program, you think I am the mind, I am the senses. Who is your worst enemy? Your mind and senses. Who is your worst mind and enemy? Your mind and your senses, nobody else. Uddharet atmanam 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 avasadet atmaiva atmano bandhar atmaiva ripuratmana. Mind is controlled, best friend. Mind is not controlled, worst enemy. Anytime mind tells you, enjoy that, enjoy that, enjoy that. You tell your mind, you are giving me that experience. Why you don't tell me my suffering in COVID? Mind will never remind you are suffering in COVID. Mind will never remind you all the sufferings. Mind will remind you only the enjoyment part. But the further consequent suffering it will not remind. Mind is your deadly enemy. He left her, went to the prostitute. He said, I want to enjoy you. Prostitute, I had so many guys. But he was innocent, she was intelligent. She said, you should marry me. See the power of lust, he married her. And she started demanding money. Where will he bring the money? He became a highway robber. He would kill people. He would beat them. They would also beat him sometimes. He would bring the money. And together, they enjoy sex in the night. Problem with the power of lust is, you think your youth is eternal, but youth is not eternal. Ajamil became old. Through this prostitute, he gave birth to 10 children. One day, 10th child was born. Krishna, sitting in the heart of Ajamil as a super soul, Paramatma, knowing the past, future and present of Ajamil, invoked Ajamil to name his son Narayan, Krishna's name. Knowing very well, his son will be his attachment. Now the crucial part we are entering last few minutes. Everyone loves children. Narayan, where are you? Narayan, did you eat? Narayan, did you sleep? Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. It's like writing a database, one query and pressing enter. When you write a query, press enter, what happens? Whether you like it or not, this will go and search the database and bring the data. Likewise, when you say Narayan, call is going to Narayan. Your son name is Narayan, but Krishna's name is also Narayan. One day, he was sleeping on the bed. I told 2 stories. Likewise, 4 scary people came and they are trying to pluck the soul. As they were coming, he thought they are trying to harm the child who was playing nearby. So he told them, actually he thought they are coming to harm him. So he wanted to help his son. Because his time was up, he couldn't get up. His body was paralyzed. In that helpless state, he called. He wanted to tell his son, run away. Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. He died. This is from 6th canto of Bhagavatam. Present for so many reasons. This is the first time Yamaduta, when he called like that, Vishnudutas came. And it was the first time Vishnudutas are meeting Yamadutas. They never happened. It never happened. Wherever Vishnudutas would go, Yamadutas naturally wouldn't go. Wherever Yamadutas would go, Vishnudutas would not go. But this is where he called his son, whose name happens to be Narayan. Vishnudutas came. He said, wait, don't touch him. Don't touch him. And he said, who are you? Don't worry, whoever we are, you cannot touch him. No, he abandoned his wife, kids, parents. He left Krishna, he became a highway robber. We want to punish him. We want to take, there are 5th canto speaks of 28 hellish regions. We want to take him there and punish him. Vishnudutta said, we agree. But Antyakale chamameva smaran muktva kalevaram yaprayati samudbhavam yatinastatra samsayaha. Arjuna, whatever you think of at the time of death, you let in that state. So, yes, we agree, he did all these things. But at the end of the life, he helplessly, offenselessly called the name of Narayan. All his sins were burnt off. If you throw a spark of fire in the room of cotton, that all the entire cotton is burnt. He became liberated. Mukta ho gaya wo. Don't touch him. Anyway, the length story is very long. I don't want to waste his time. Your time. I'm cutting it short. Yamadutas left. Otherwise, we'll fight. No problem. Hey, you're looking so beautiful. You have weapons. We don't have any weapons. Then they left. They went to Yamaraj. We are thinking you are God all these days. Yamaraj said, no. There is something. I have a boss. Krishna is my boss. His expansion is Narayana. Yamaraj said, it is mentioned in Bhagavad from that day, we don't go to a place wherever this tilak is there. Wherever there is Kantimala, don't go there. Wherever there is Tulsi, this is Tulsi actually. Wherever Ganga, don't go there. That's why in India, in the last minutes they will put Tulsi and Ganga water. How many of you know that? What a tradition. New people, they don't know. If you are new people, especially if you came from India, your children are born here, they don't know anything. If you take it up seriously, they will take up seriously. How many of you agree? Otherwise, they are also as good as American only. Yes or no? Because your parents gave you that culture, you are here. But if you become American, okay, I'll follow your traffic limits nicely. I'll also drink like Americans. Means what happens? I know, I can't tell you what happens actually. So, Yamadutas left. But Vishnudutas also had a problem. What is that? To take anybody back to Godhead, they would have attained the love of God. Krishna Prema, whoever attained Krishna Prema, Narayan Prema, they can take. This guy did not attain any Prema. He casually called his son, which happens to be Krishna's name. So what happened? Liberation means impurity is gone. His heart became fully purified. But there is another stage. He has not attained love of God. Krishna Prema ayane. Then Vishnudutas were confused what to do. Then they made an on-the-spot decision. What is that? We are giving an extension on your visa. We are giving an extension on your visa. You know, because what is that? Labor is approved. You can stay for some more time. I-140 approved, right? So, after 6 years also, how many years more? How many more years?
Now you can extend H1B.
You can extend. But there they said, we are giving an extension. We'll come again. By that time, if I had attained the love of God, we would take you back. If not, we can't tell you what will happen. They disappeared. Death is for the body, soul is always active. Ajamil went through 5 stages. First one, regretted his past. Chi! నాది ఒక జీవితమేనా, నాది నిజంగా ఒక జీవితమేనా, నా ఇంద్రియాలకి నేను బానిస అయిపోయాను, కుక్కంట హీనం, అహోమే పరమం కష్టం అబోధ్ అవిజితాత్మన ఏన విప్లావితం బ్రహ్మ వృషల్యాం జయతాత్మన. అయ్యయ్యో, what a nonsense life I led. I became a slave to my senses. నా ఇంద్రియాలకి బానిస అయిపోయాను. మా అమ్మ నాన్న వదిలేసాను, నా భార్యను వదిలేసాను, పిల్లలను వదిలేసాను. మా అమ్మ నాన్న నేను ఎన్నోసార్లు విన్నాను, నేను లేక వాళ్ళు బతకడానికి కష్టం అయిపోయిందంట. ఎన్నో కష్టాలు పడ్డారు. నేను ఈ వేశ్యతో కలిపి రోజు తాగేవాడిని. ఆ వేశ్యని తృప్తిపరచడానికి అని చెప్పి దొంగతనం చేసేవాడిని. నాది ఒక జీవితమేనా, కుక్క కంట హీనం, చి అని చెప్పి he regretted his past. Then actually I need 15 minutes. Can I take 15 minutes? This is very crucial. Only 15 minutes. Mataji, some people are upset. Because something is wonderful going to happen actually. Should I tell? Then he said, Vishnudutas, thank you sir. यदि आप नहीं आते तो मैं नरक ही जाने वाला था सीधा. If you had not come, I would have gone to hell. Thank you, you came. I'm really grateful. And from that admiration came gratitude. He became grateful. How many of you are grateful to your parents? How many of everyone will raise. How many of you are grateful to your spouse? Now hands are not raised. Huh? Okay, now, wait. Actually, that's why I said 15 minutes. I'm stopping the class right now for 15. I'm serious. Actually, whenever I do this, I stop it here. That's the reason I chose this actually. When you call your parents and tell them, Mom, I'm very grateful to you, Mom, Dad, I'm very grateful. You gave me 50 lakh loan from SBI and you sent me to America, and how many troubles you went through. You're amazing. So when you're talking like this, other side, tears. We are not Dasharath, but you are definitely a descendant of Ram only. How much amazing, the parents will cry. Yes or no? So but you go and tell your wife or your husband, I'm very grateful to you. What is this new drama? What do you want? The other day, you want to control me this way? Huh? So, people cannot digest this. Yes or no? So, we are discussing Bhagavatam. I'm stopping right now. If I know some of you have your wives and husbands here. I know Krishna will be very pleased. Your bhakti account will be open or accumulated. Okay, Mataji left parents and she came all the way to America 10,000 kilometers away with you. So you have to tell thanks. But okay, in my life I have not seen anybody personification of Ravana, all the bad qualities. All the personification of Ram, all the good qualities. I have not seen anybody including myself. Sometimes Ravana comes out, sometimes Ram comes out. So ignore my Guru Maharaj had a nice point. There is a rose garden. This fly will ignore all the roses. End of the rose garden, there is a stool. This fly will land on the stool. Oh, very nice. But there is a honeybee. Honeybee, there is a filth, mud. In that one tiny, it's all filthy mud, sewage. But one tiny lotus comes. In that lotus, there is this much pollen, honey. This honeybee will take that pollen. Ladies and gentlemen, life is a choice. Do you want to be like a fly, ignore all the good qualities and land on the stool, that bad quality? Or you want to be like a honeybee, ignore all the bad qualities and land on that one good quality? Mandodari. Mandodari never left Ravana. Mandodari knew my husband is very bad. But one good thing, Ravana took good care of Mandodari also, though he had all the bad qualities. So Mandodari knew that. She did not approve him, but she tried to correct him throughout her life. She tells also, hey, how many times I told you? Mandodari cries on the deathbed. So I'm stopping right now. Please, we should set a good example to the rest of the world, because the whole world is looking towards Indian culture. So go genuinely and say, I'm very grateful to you. Husband should tell the wife, wife should tell the husband. Children should tell the parents. 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, actually I have 2 more points. And the 2 more points are done, the story is over.
I have a question, Ravi. So generally in spirituality and Krishna consciousness, we think that these relationships are all like a burden. Now, in other words, you are saying like to thank them and all. How do we reconcile these two thought processes? Like generally coming to spirituality means leave all these
No.
like that.
Hey, what are you talking? Why relationships are burden? No, one day I said, your whole family can go back to Godhead. One Mata said, about this person also, there also. बहुत होगा इधर ही. So my point is not like that, So my request is, please, as long as you're here, okay, I'll tell you a thing. This has changed my life. Last year I went to India because I want to avoid seeing all the movies. I started buying the first row tickets in the, in the first row, So I purchased a ticket. I went to put my suitcase. I said, "Arey yaar, Abba." On my left is one young lady, on my right is also young lady. And then next 13 hours, Chicago to Delhi, non-stop. Or actually New York to Delhi, whatever. It's a non-stop actually. As I was sitting down uncomfortably, this Mataji told me, because they don't know Prabhuji all this language, right? Swamiji, thank you very much. I have so much fear of flying, staying for 13 to 15 hours. I prayed to God, my Lord, please help me. Few minutes later, He helped me. He sent you here. Now I can fly very comfortably. Because you're representative of God. Now I don't have fear traveling. But I couldn't tell her. Then I told myself, if my inconvenience is making somebody happy, I have no problem. I told Amma, no problem. I didn't request my seat change. I sat there only. Because my presence is making somebody happy. Why not? My little tiny inconvenience is not, it's okay. So I'm okay with that. Actually, she started talking to me. And when we got on the flights, her husband came to pick up. And she thanked me actually. She asked me so many questions. So the point I'm telling is, why not? I'm making somebody's life better. I'm making somebody fearless for 13, 15 hours. My inconvenience is not a problem for me. If it is making somebody's life better. How many of you agree? If you adopt the same thing, Gandhiji also, if you see Gandhiji movie, Gandhiji wife and husband had a quarrel. Gandhi gave left. Actually, they were both in Durban, Africa. Johannesburg, not Durban. One day he pushed her out. This is father of the nation. Go home. She said, where will I go? This is not a bus ticket, to Hyderabad from Vijayawada. He pushed her. Gandhi became so angry. There is another movie, Making of Mahatma. I didn't see that, of course. The next morning, Gandhi recovered from his anger. Hey, I pushed her home. Where is she? Where did she go? Because she had to go to India. He opened the door. This Kasturibai was sitting on a rock in front of the home. She said, where will I go? Gandhi apologized to her for his anger and said, come inside. So wife and husband, this type of things will be there. So we are all souls with a lot of egos. This is 150 years ago, India, 170. 130, 40, whatever. 1869 he was born, Gandhi. So they'll be there, that's okay. How many of you agree with my idea of offering gratitude? So now I'll stop. And please, you go and thank your husband or wife genuinely. Okay, I'll tell you this. It happened again. I told you I'm from Michigan. Anybody from Michigan here before? Nobody. Okay. So one day I went to somebody's home. Mataji is a doctor, pediatric cardiologist, real story. Husband is a HP manager, means egos are very high. I went and she saw me. Actually, she didn't come from hospital, real story. After that, after a while she came back, she cooked. At 7 o'clock, they all went into that puja room. They played our kirtan. 15 minutes they did arti. I was thinking, very good. And boy opened Bhagavad Gita. He read one sloka for 5 minutes. Sloka translation, tatparyam, purport. 20 minutes they came out. I was thinking, oh, very good. Pediatric cardiologist. Still they are doing all these things. A home as big as this. Once they came out, the children went and touched parents' feet. I told myself, very good. Mataji she's a pediatric cardiologist. She bent and offered pranams to her husband on the ground. Wow, very good. Husband bent and offered pranams to wife. I told myself, this is too much. My father also never offered pranams to my mother. Then I said, Prabhu, Mataji Amma, your home is like Vrindavan. Spiritual world, Vaikuntha. They told me 6 months ago it was Kurukshetra only. But after attending your Bhagavad Gita classes, we decided to make a transformation. The boy, he got high score in SAT. He got married also now. So they became grandmother, grandparent. I mean, they have not become grandparents, but the boy is married. So the father and mother in our community, everyone is becoming a doctor actually. But they're celebrating 30th marriage anniversary, 35th marriage anniversary. Not that they don't have any problems. So you need to understand that common point which will reunite you. Recently I told one family, wife and husband, you should read Bhagavatam. For what? Hey, in 2 years your son is going out. In this big home, you will be there. She will be down, you will be upstairs. How many of you agree? Yes or no? So read together. One person said, I told this on the Friday, Prabhu, Mataji wants to get a job. You are training the whole world. Why don't you train her? He looked at me. I can train whole world. I can train Obama. I can train Biden also. But I cannot train her. Wow. There is something I don't know. One person I cannot train in my life. Anyway, I don't know. I don't understand the dynamics. So I am stopping right now. Universal truth. So we are trying to break the ice here. Go and tell thank you. If you want to, please Krishna, not me. Okay, how many of you have your spouses here? Raise your hands, please. Okay, let us finish the class. Or should we do this exercise later? Later, okay. But without this exercise, this program will not end. Prasad will not be served. Okay, last one. Appreciation of the holy name. I casually called my son name that happens to be Narayan. This much powerful. You all should know, Ajamil never attended a seminar on holy name. Ajamil was sinful on the last day also. Still, he got to see Vishnudutas. Ladies and gentlemen, what if you invest 1% of your week to come here like this, eat prasad, and out of 24 hours, when you are spending half an hour to clean the body in the bathroom, clean half an hour your heart by chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came only for this purpose. Vaman Dev came to take everything from Bali Maharaj, give it to Indra. Narsingh Dev came to kill Hiranyakasipu. Varadev came to lift the earth planet. Lord Chaitanya came to deliver everyone, sinful or not sinful, because Kali Yuga everyone is sinful anyway, to take them back to Godhead. If you chant this, if you take up the process and chant the holy name, Daya kari more, patita dekiya, kohilo amare giya. What is Kali Yuga? Everyone is fallen. He became very merciful. Ohe dino jan sunabalo katha ullasita behiya. Hey, become happy. One person is crying for you. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he saw everyone so fallen, he cried, hey, they are going to hell. Let me save them. In the night, he cried, experiencing that love of Radharani for Krishna. The daytime, he cried for all of us. And he gave this mantra, which was hidden secret, and infused Krishna Prema. And he took everyone back to Godhead when he was there. And then he left the process for all of us. Sarinam. And actually, I want to tell a small story. I used to work in Singapore, in software. How many of you heard? There is actually, NTR had a movie, Valmiki movie. I'm sure you didn't see that. Valmiki name was Ratnakar, a dacoit. You all know the story, I'm cutting it short. So one day Narada Muni came, Ratnakar said, take the money out. Narada Muni said, I don't have any money. If you don't take the money, I'll kill you. Narada Muni said, you cannot kill me. But you'll get all the bad karma, you'll go to hell. I said, no, because I can only do this. Why are you doing this? To maintain my wife and kids. Do you think your wife and kids will share your bad karma? Of course, yes. Go and ask them. Cut the story. Ratnakar went and asked his wife, do you know what I do? She said, what? I am a highway robber. Really? Will you take my karma? She said, definitely not. You married me, you have to maintain me. But I cannot take my karma. He asked children. Children said, no, we cannot. We came back. My children and my wife, they don't want to partake my karma. Then Narad Muni said, you know what's going to happen? What? All the people you killed, all the people you robbed, they're going to come back and do the same thing. And what should I do? Chant the name of Ram. Ram Nam is very powerful. Say Ram. Everyone. Ram. You all said Ram, but Ratnakar could not say Ram. When I heard this story is bogus. Hey, is there anybody on the planet who cannot say Ram? Everyone, Ram. Everyone is saying. And the author of Ramayana could not say? I don't believe it. And I went to Singapore, started working in a company, DBS Bank. I used to have a friend, Chinese friend. I still remember his name, Tong Sen. I went to him and said, Tong Sen, can you say Ram? He said, Lam. Hey, not Lam, say Ram. He said, I'm telling Lam only. Are yaar, Lam nahi, say Ram. He said, Lam. I tried for 10 minutes. Hey, this story is right, huh? There is somebody who cannot tell Lam. Then Narad Muni said, you are not a devotee of Ram. You are a devotee of death. Death in Sanskrit is called Mara. So you say Mara. Narad Muni said. Ratnakar said Mara. I tried with my friend. Tongsen, say Mara. My friend said, Mara. I said, say Ram, Lam, Lam. I say Ram, Lam. I say Mara, Mara. The story is right. Narad Muni said, continue. So Ram, 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 Ram. Became a Ram, Ram. He chanted for 60,000 years. When anthill formed, one day he heard a voice, wake up, you are liberated. No, I'm a sinner. You are not, wake up. He opened his eyes, everything was dark because there was an anthill. Anthill is called Valmiki. He broke it and came out, he became a Valmiki, wrote Ramayana. Today we cry reading Ramayana, but the author of Ramayana could not pronounce Ram. Because of the glory of intelligence of Guru, Narada Muni, a sinner was transformed into a devotee by reversing the name of Ram Nama. Hare Krishna mantra has a Ram in it, Krishna in it. 1,000 names of Vishnu is equal to 3 names of Ram, is equal to 1 name of Krishna. Tirinavrattasya Ramasya, Ekavrattasya Krishnasya. Namekam tat prayachati. So, don't underestimate the power of holy names, sirs and ma'ams. If you take 15 minutes every day and chant from today, out of 24 hours, you do not know what is going to happen to you positively. When Ajamil chanted 3 times only, still he was benefited. What if he do it? But one thing is there. Okay, and you am chanting in the morning, I'll do nonsense in the evening, that's wrong. Till yesterday what you did, put a full stop. We are born naked doesn't mean we should be naked. So that's the last one, I'm done with the session. Determination. Ajamil took a vow. Hey, if I'm sincere, I'll go back to Godhead. Bhagavad Dham hi jaunga maine. Hum jayenge Bhagavad Dham. So 13 years he did tapasya. So, okay, I'll tell you. When you listen to stories like this, all the 4 things will happen. You'll appreciate the process, you'll appreciate your parents, you'll appreciate everything. Next day you forget. Unless you touch the 5th one. Agree or not? 5th one you have to touch. What is the 5th one? Aana chahiye. You need to get that. I need to be determined. I want to purify my existence. I want to go back to Godhead. I want my parents to be benefited. Prahlad went and told, Narasimha Swami, my father is a demon. Take care of him. Narasimha Swami said, hey Prahlad, what to speak of you? The moment I touched your father, his impurity is removed, is liberated. But what to speak of is your father? 21 generations they are liberated just because of you. Because you have become pure devotee, they are liberated. If you really want to do something to your parents, become a devotee. But don't do wrong things. Make money. Be committed to the husband. Be committed to the wife. Don't do wrong things. See what happens. None of you are in 20s. How many of you agree? 50%, for somebody 50% of life is over. Telugu movie's second half is very serious. First half only duets. Second half fighting with the villain. So let us become serious. Krishna has given everything to you. Krishna has given you jobs, everything he has given you. Why don't you become serious for the welfare of your kids, welfare of your parents? How many of you agree? Please. If you take it up seriously, after 20 years, you will say, I have 20 years of bank account. Krishna will take care of me. Last example, I'm done. One day I was in California. I got a phone call. Prabhuji, Samir Vedya passed away. Samir Vedya passed away? Yeah, we will not do anything until you come back. All right, I cancelled my trip. I came back. I went back to Michigan. 39-year-old Gujarati. And we have a community of 400 people. I love them, they love me. So I was applying tilak like this. And the first time in my life, Krishna from inside gave me that. I was applying on a piece of wood. I was applying tilak on his body. It's only 2 days he passed away. First time Krishna gave me that inner knowledge from inside. Hey, this is wood. The inside one is gone already. Then I became third. He's 39 passed away. I'm already 45. That time. Then I told myself, anything I wanted, Krishna gave me 10 times more only. Anything I wanted, Krishna gave me 10 times more. In this area also, Krishna will help me. Otherwise, what happens? Today we consider time with money. You'll have $20 million, but you are 60. One day you'll get a phone call. Your friend, 55, passed away. Gundu gubel untundi. Because you're already 60. This money will not come with you. Take shelter of Krishna today sincerely. తిరుపతి కొండెక్కుతుంటే ధర్మో రక్షత రక్షిత, ధర్మాన్ని రక్షించండి అయ్యా, ధర్మం మిమ్మల్ని రక్షిస్తుంది. ఎవరెవరో ధర్మం రక్షించట్లేదు. అవునా కదా? ఒక రైస్ బ్యాగ్ కోసం ధర్మాన్ని వదిలేసిపోతున్నారు. ఒక చికెన్ మీల్ కోసం ధర్మాన్ని వదిలేసిపోతున్నారు. ఎందుకు? అందరు అమెరికా పోవాలి. మరి అక్కడ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఎవరు పట్టించుకోవట్లేదు. అందుకని మీరు గట్టిగా పట్టుకోండి. టేక్ అప్ కృష్ణ కాన్షియస్నెస్, కృష్ణ భక్తి. బీ సీరియస్. గివ్ కృష్ణ టు అదర్స్. See what happens in your life. Krishna will take care of you nicely. That's what I wanted to tell. I'm done. Ajamil went to Haridwar. He chanted for 13 years. He attained the love of God. Same Vishnudutas came and escorted him back to Vaikuntha. So though he was very sinful, Krishna took care of him. Andukani, what we did yesterday, bandh kariye. Have the determination. Whatever you have enjoyed. Today onwards, my life is different. I'll change. I'll take good care of my family. I'll give up all my bad habits. And even if you don't give up bad habits, I don't care. Take up the holy name. Come here once a week, 1%. See what happens. Srila Prabhupada came to America and he transformed drug addicts. If it worked for drug addicts, Americans, why it doesn't work for Indians? How many of you agree? You, your wife, your husband, together you do it. Give it to children. 30 years later, we have a hope Sanatan Dharma will also survive on American planet. Otherwise, you know, how many of you agree you are scared of your children? I don't know about you, but I am scared of your children, though I am a monk. Who will protect? I told we are making a $2 million temple, $4 million temple. 30 years later, who will take care of it? All the churches are abandoned. Likewise, temples will be abandoned also. We need one temple president to run the show, right? Everyone used to telling make money, you'll be happy. What is the end result? 50% people have mental problem today in America. Yes or no? Protect dharma. Dharma rakshata rakshita. We are not telling go to Himalayas and meditate. Stay with the family. Do your job. On Ekadasi days, eat Ekadasi pizza, Ekadasi pasta, no problem. Rasagullas, no problem. Americans say, these guys in the name of God, they eat nicely. भगवान का नाम बोल के अच्छे तरह खाते हैं लोग. Eat it, no problem, nice, no problem. Do service. And let me tell you, your happiness is 15 minutes, 20 minutes. When we dance, 6 hours of continuous non-stop happiness. Explosion. That is Lord Chaitanya's movement. Anyway, thank you very much. Very grateful. If I have spoken anything wrong, do excuse me as a humble servant. But very grateful for your patient audience. I'll take 1 minute to recap. I told the story of Snatam Kaur. How because she heard 1 hour Harikatha, she came back to from hellish planets. And I also told my example, how neck beats, it. So it's a real story. Then I told the story of Ajamil. I told the story of thinking, feeling, willing, how our mind cheats us and ruins our life. Then I told the story of, how appreciation, we have to regret our past and never do the wrong things again, change your life. Krishna will give you everything. Actually I'll tell you, one day before joining, when I was trying to West Virginia, I thought, I got used to credit card, somebody will control me. Next 30 years, what will happen? I want to join full time. But believe me, there is nothing in short in my life. My life went on very well. So the point I'm trying to tell is, if you take shelter of Krishna, Krishna will take good care of you. 10 times more, million times more. You don't know that, So appreciate your family members. Anyway, Prabhuji, somebody is going. You sit down, call him. Your wife is here? Come here. Where is who is his wife? Okay, what is your name? Sagar Prabhu's wife is here? Okay, come. Okay, I have a request, Prabhuji. Please tell thanks to her. Not like that, come here. Not like that, Prabhu. This is not like Chiranjeevi raising hands to the fans. Okay. She's also coming. Everyone will watch. Can somebody do the video? What is that? No. Okay. Okay, wait. Okay. Prabhuji, wait. So come, please. Actually, no, this is the thing. I am not going to get anything. Tomorrow morning, my flight is there to New York. And I know when I'll come back, my thing is, first let us become human beings. Then we'll become devotees later. Right? Humans to banna chahiye actually, right? Nobody is a person of Krishna, bad or good. How many children you have? They are here? Okay, great. So Prabhuji will tell thanks to you, you will also tell thanks. Okay, come closer. Video is, Okay, tell thanks. Thank you. So why you tell thanks? Say one line, glorify him.
Thank you for being kind.
Wow. Why do you think? 3 times loud, Haribol. So may you have 100 years of happy Krishna conscious married life. Hare Krishna. Thank you. So everyone, it's 1-to-1 is difficult, takes a lot of time. So if your husband is here, a wife is here, go and thank. Seriously, we stop it here. And after 5 minutes, prasad is served. Please, if you really want to please Krishna, and this is Krishna actually.
We give some time for question answers.
Okay, question answers also. As the thanks is, as this whole thing comes, we have question answers also. Please tell thanks. That's it. Wait, somebody disconnected. Okay, please, I'm stopping right now. Please tell thanks. Call your parents also, tell thanks. And after 5 minutes, there is question answers. Hare Krishna. No, I tell you.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Please, please. Like, class is not over. So just say thank to your spouse. And then, like, please come back so that Prabhuji will end the program. So I would request you all, don't leave this room. So please come back, like, just say thanks to your spouse and come back. Yeah, any question and answers, like, you can ask Prabhuji, okay? And one more thing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. We have a book written by Prabhuji on the art of science and self-mastery. We have 3 books which says like anger management, time management and stress management. So Prabhuji is going to sign the book. So you can buy this book. It is $20 and Prabhuji is going to sign the book. So you can come and then get a signature from Prabhuji. Okay? This book is written by Prabhuji, His Grace Yugal Kishore Das. So it is $20 and it is about time management, stress management and anger management. So it's a very good book to go through and it's very small, easy to read. So I would request everybody to please come, buy it and then like get signature from Yugal Kishore Das. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, please kindly be seated. Actually, to thank each other, today Prabhujis will bring prasadam to the Matajis. All the Matajis, please be seated. Your spouse will bring prasadam for you all. That's the easiest way to thank. Yeah? Makes sense? Nobody wants to do that? Come on, lead it. No, I'm saying today Matajis will sit. Prabhujis can thank Matajis by bringing prasadam for them. Right, Prabhuji? Easiest way. And Prabhuji is here. If you have any personal questions or anything, you can actually ask him. Yeah. And Prabhuji has written... ప్రభుజీ గారు ఎంతో కష్టంగా వారు 3 పుస్తకాలు రాశారండి. స్ట్రెస్ మేనేజ్మెంట్, యాంగర్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ అండ్ టైం మేనేజ్మెంట్ గురించి. ఈ 3 బుక్లు మీరు ప్రభుజీ గారి దగ్గర తీసుకోవాలంటే మీరు తీసుకోవచ్చు. 3 బుక్లు కలిపి కేవలం $20 మాత్రమే. అది జస్ట్ టు సపోర్ట్ హిస్, బట్ యునో ఇట్స్ ద గ్రేటెస్ట్ గిఫ్ట్. ఇంకోటి ఏంటంటే మన వ్రజేంద్ర సుత ప్రభుజీ గారు ఉన్నారు ఇక్కడ, ఎక్కడున్నారు? తర్వాత తులసి శరణ్ ప్రభుజీ గారు, మీకు మీరే ఇక్కడ యా 3 పుస్తకాలు కలిపి ఒకటే $20 మాత్రమే. అదే ఇట్స్ టూ లేట్. ఇప్పుడు ఇంకొకటి ఏమిటంటే ప్రభుజీ గారు, మన తులసి శరణ్ ప్రభుజీ గారు, వ్రజేంద్ర సుత ప్రభుజీ గారు ఈ నెక్స్ట్ శుక్రవారం ప్రభుజీ నెక్స్ట్ ఫ్రైడే నుంచి ఇక్కడే మీ ఈ కమ్యూనిటీలోనే సత్సంగ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ని అరేంజ్ చేస్తున్నారండి. మీరందరూ దయచేసి ఇది గ్రేటెస్ట్ గిఫ్ట్. మీరందరూ దయచేసి తప్పకుండా ఈ అవకాశాన్ని సద్వినియోగపరచుకోండి. ప్రతి శుక్రవారం నాడు ఉంటుంది. మీరేమి వర్రీ అవ్వక్కర్లేదు. వాళ్ళు దే విల్ టేక్ కేర్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్రసాదం పార్ట్. దే విల్ టేక్ కేర్ ఆఫ్ ఈవెన్ ఫర్ ద కిడ్స్. డిన్నర్ ప్రసాదం అంటే డిన్నర్ అండి. You can come here every Friday, spend that quality week, time with in the satsang. They will arrange for the prasadam, dinner. They will arrange for even for the kids. They will take care of the kids on the shloka part. They will teach shlokas and all. And the adults can be engaged in the foundational aspects of Bhagavad Gita. So, వాళ్ళు ఈ మంచి ఒక గొప్ప అవకాశాన్ని మనందరికి ఇస్తున్నారు. సో దయచేసి మీరందరూ కూడా ఇందులో పాలు పంచుకోగలరు. నాకు తెలుసు మీరు అందరికీ ఆకలిగా ఉందని, నాకు కూడా ఆకలిగానే ఉంది. యాక్చువల్గా వెళ్ళేది నేను తినాలి. కానీ దయచేసి ఈ అవకాశాన్ని మాత్రం మీరు తప్పకుండా సద్వినియోగపరచుకోండి. వారెంతో మహోత్కృష్టమైనటువంటి మంచి మనసుతో వాళ్ళు ఈ అవకాశం మనందరికి ఇస్తున్నారు. వ్రజేంద్ర సుత ప్రభుజీ గారు, వారిని ఇక్కడ ఏమని పిలుస్తారు అందరినీ? వీబీ గారు. వీబీ అంటే తెలుసు కదా మీకు? వీబీ తెలుసు కదండి? వీబీ గారు. మీరు తిరు గారు. వాళ్ళకి 2 పేర్లు ఉన్నాయి. ఏమంటారు? కమ్యూనిటీ ప్రెసిడెంట్. మన సినిమాలలో రజనీకాంత్కి 2 రోల్స్ ఉన్నట్టుగా వీళ్ళకి 2 పేర్లు ఉన్నాయి. సో వీబీ గారు కమ్యూనిటీ ప్రెసిడెంట్ గారు, వారు ఇది అరేంజ్ చేస్తారు. దయచేసి తప్పకుండా రండి. హరే కృష్ణ. ఈ బుక్స్ ప్రభుజీ గారు స్వతహాగా వారే రాశారండి, వారే ఇప్పుడు సైన్ కూడా చేస్తారు, ఆథర్ సిగ్నేచర్ కూడా మీకు కావాలంటే. పిల్లలకి చాలా అద్భుతంగా ఉంటుందండి ఈ బుక్స్, చాలా హెల్ప్ఫుల్గా ఉంటాయి.
Wow. This is so cool.
మేము మా ఫ్రెండ్ వాళ్ళ ఇంటికి వచ్చాము, కృష్ణ రాజు వాళ్ళ ఇంటికి వచ్చాము. మా ఫ్రెండ్ బీటెక్ ఫ్రెండ్.
నేను ఇక్కడ కాదు సార్, నేను ఇక్కడ మీరు
మీరు కృష్ణరాజు వాళ్ళ ఫ్రెండ్ అండి.
అరవిలో ఉన్నాయి గ్రూప్స్.